interesting use of the Teo salvos from Cloud9 early on is to break some of those trips. None of them here, though.
Oxy will try to follow the drone, but will only waltz his way into Ye's crosshair. 2 kills found, make that 3 for El Diablo as he's got 4. Coming to life right off the bat. And the ace delivered for Evil Genius. Spike just on the other side of the utility. And Derek feeling a lot of that pressure, scaling him back. Buying time, now committing to the fight. And oh boy, this is not going the way Evil Geniuses were looking for. A couple of kills traded. Vic with 3. And now they're gonna have this utility to play around, but I don't think it's gonna, oh, well, it's gonna stop him, but he got it to half. It's gonna be Icy in a 1v1. Already been gotten to half. Mitch with a decent bit of utility as well. Time is running shorter and shorter. Icy on the tap, the swing comes through. Ball line not connecting. The second dose, he turns the flash. Time is short, he's gotta commit onto it. And I don't know that Icy's gonna have the time. It's a thrifty round win conversion.
Use your stun to reciprocate. Now everybody grouped up here with that cut of noise. Rotations are being made and Icy gets picked off by Oxy. That's a free A site now. These players from B site just now reaching A main.
Tripwire destroyed.
That knows. Ball line. Provide a little bit of cover. Ye getting 2. Traded back though. And the cage will not save net. Had a couple of silly rounds already. Are we due for another?
There's still Teo salvos online for Zeppa. It's going to be the contingency plan, but Mitch gets taken out way too early. There might be a window of opportunity.
1 down. If the time works out, they might have a shot at this. He's going to fill in behind it. I don't know how Zeppa's going to fill into this. He can't. Will the defuse land? I think it's a little short. Oh my gosh, it's not. And done. We've had, what, 2 thrifties already?
Yeah.
We played 3 rounds. That Armageddon's going to cause some problems as Oxy tucks up from behind it. Besting the final ball so far, and Evil Genius is finding a lot of space onto the site. Still plenty of work to be done though. Icy now, rocket popped. No target found yet, and I don't know that there will be one to claim. Vic has his ult.
1 enemy remains.
It's gonna be a... They're still gonna have to deal with so much, and it may have been too early. Preemptive nade, Vic falls to it, excuse me, as the defuse comes through. EG gets a 3.
That maybe A is going to be a little bit weaker now. We could do a split, a 4-1 on the bottom side.
There's still some of this utility. Nature's going to have a stun as a counter, and that might be enough to dissuade and to delay.
Still 4 members here for the side of EG, and Ye's creeping up into sight.
Yeah, there was enough delay to bolster the reinforcements, and again, Ye with 2. Cloud9.
Maybe that fault line's coming up soon.
Take a quick glance at utility. Nature stun right up, as you were mentioning, off of the swing on it. Net not able to control the shots. Oxy will crumble as well. EG creating a little separation.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to Ye, though. Let's just keep it a buck, Doug. I mean, this guy is peeking out through neon walls, getting 2 at a time.
Pushed off by the smoke, at least for now.
Yeah, this A fake was the play. Look at that fault line from Arcade.
It's not even just a fake. There has to be a lot of scaling behind it. But the buy is light. Can they find their way around this? Waiting for Cloud9 to fully commit, and now the Rolling Thunder's going to try to push them back. I don't believe Vic was tagged, but he's got a sheriff. That's certainly going to help things. That sure might be exactly what he needed. Order Strike now invested. Supa and Icy both with rifles in hand. Supa's weak though. He's going to get his 1. Potentially falling down to a 1v1. Mitch trying to find any little window that he can, and he swings right into it. Now Mitch left in a 1v1. Icy has already dropped one of these. Can he deliver the second time around? Oh, Icy stands strong. The defuse comes through. EG gets a 5.
Let's have that operator right now.
Right now it's just Oxy who might be under threat. Forget about the op. Brother Salvo's on one side. Oh, and it's the standard trip too. It's not that crazy angled one. Icy connects. Salvos to try to buy a little cover, but it's just not enough. Icy and Ye both coming to life, but Net puts 1 out.
There's just no time, though, and you're not even going to be able to save. Icy's on the hunt. The double set
offline still there. Icy now having satchel away. While they're nipping at his heels, flashing him, trying to swing out. And Nature and Derek keep him out of a little.
I wonder if Icy's going to invest the showstopper, try to save that. Doesn't even need to. He gets the off pick onto Zeppa.
Yeah, I imagine you're going to want to carry that over. and continue to have that pressure.
This might be, well, I was going to say it might be a flawless, but you know how the saying goes.
Vic in 1v4. And he will succumb to the pressure of Evil Geniuses. They will get up to 7. You still have the op for Icy and his ult alongside Derek's too.
I love the combos off of Mitch having a ridiculous thrifty clutch.
Hey, nobody's even positive right now, and we're 8 rounds into the game.
Yeah, this time a B hit. Vic will get the head-to-head against Derek, but Icy, he's still here with the showstopper.
Mitch committing to getting the plant down. And there's the ult popped up close and personal. He'll pay for it with his life, but the damage has...
Neon. I don't think EG are going to be ready for this one, man.
And Vic has his ult too. They can play this as far back as they want. Oxy lighting up the kill feed, showing signs of life. A breath of fresh air for Cloud9.
He was arcade.
Cheeky trip again. Icy landing the shot onto Oxy. He's going to reach this. Yay, playing up close in the cage. With Superman close by. Oh. Cage down, Yay falls. But I don't think they're expecting Supa here.
I mean, they're holding for him, but there's still so many members of Evil Geniuses on the A site. This fault line is going to come back up for Nature.
Boy, patience was not a virtue there. Meanwhile, Net overwhelming Nature. Icy finding a kill with the op.
30 seconds left.
Vic, they very uncomfortable. And Net will fall. Icy does too. Cloud9 get another.
I'm here. That's going to prompt a speed up B main, though.
Meanwhile, EG taking a lot of space towards Dish. Yay will fall. Mitch pushing the pace. Oh boy, what in the world? What in the world was that? Derek will fall too, and now they realize there's a lot of pressure being applied on the northern side, and they can turn all attention that way. Excuse me? With a stinger?
Yep. Most insane gun in the game. I mean, what is going on here? Oxy's sitting pretty low. This should have been clean for Cloud9.
It's
still an uphill battle, though.
Right.
Still an uphill
I
battle.
wouldn't say it's messy yet, but it's far from spotless. Oxy's 11 H.
What?
Okay. We've really made a mess of this now, haven't we?
It's getting too silly for me, Doug.
Spike continues to tick away. I still don't know that there's going to be enough time. Evil Geniuses want to have a say in how this plays out. Nature falls. I don't think Icy even got it to half. No. Vic gets his 2.
Just shortening this lead.
Good night. Dude, Yay still getting 1 there is criminal.
There's so much utility being used on Oxy in that moment. Look at this A main push from the bottom side.
Yeah, they're speeding up. Trip is still going to keep them back, but Mitch, that's an up.
Yeah, he sees 3.
And now they have to speed up going the other way, but there's not a lot of room for them to breathe. Instead, they decide to dig their heels in, decide to try to take the fight, and it's all EGs for now. Vic left alone, and he cannot convert for Cloud9. Not going to be any chance to really swing on the other side of the fault line, just enough to buy some time.
Too much hesitation and no map control now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Icy swinging boldly in front of the smoke, getting the best of Zep, but yes, traded. But you're starting to feel the grip loosen. Instead, Cloud9 doubling down on it.
Up,
Only,
down,
only 2 remain, Derek and Supa. Trying to funnel their way out of heaven. It's all in Superman now. Can he swing into 3 with a classic?
I've seen him do some ridiculous things. I don't think this is one of them, Doug.
Light armor, I guess, but that high-low and 13 seconds left. No shot to make sure no one's quietly lurking towards A.
It's going to be a brawl here, Doug.
These brawls are, they often go the way of the team with the better weapons. That's a couple of, I mean, that's the Phantom and a Bulldog dropped, if I'm not mistaken, scooped up by Net.
And Superman has almost crept into heaven here. Oh, that got close for Cloud9.
Closer than it should have been.
Yeah, Net was only 46 HP right there. If Super connects a headshot.
Derek has managed to upgrade a weapon. No armor, though. And he's heavily outnumbered. Tries to turn the flash and tuck behind the box, but Bucky at the ready. That's both trips. Now found the stun will buy him a little bit of time. 13 seconds left. The spike getting committed. Net greeting Yay with open arms.
Gets an upgrade as well.
He's still going to have to fight out on the other side of it with 11 HP. Just barely. Bullet grazing by his head. Derek getting a couple. Cloud9 going to have to fight their way through this retake. Oxy beaten and battered. And EG happy to take a step back. Happy to force them to take that fight. Supa gets 3 as EG take the round.
Freezing rounds right now. And they're gonna go for this explosive hit, but it's Vic that ends up exploding the face of Icy.
And that's a showstopper, so they don't have that tool. Fault line Net once again gonna get challenged. It's stun for stun, and it's Net who comes out on top. It's gonna get traded back though as EG continue to creep their way forward out onto the site and establish control.
30 seconds left.
Defense is pretty far back. You take a look at the financial situation. It's not great for Cloud9.
Last player standing.
You call a save here. No, Zeph was going for it. A 1v2. He's gotten it down to a 1v1. Damage dealt.
Down B.
A reposition now. Ye has been an absolute monster. But can he deliver for Cloud9 again? He's turned onto it. Zeppa weak. Boldly swings into it anyway. Converts for Cloud9.
Before this round, Zeppa was sitting at 3 kills. No confidence in his favor. This could be what turns the tide for Cloud. You gotta speed up Dish right now. There's that showstopper being used, getting even more space. He gets tagged up pretty bad though.
This is a big round. They didn't have much as far as weaponry goes. They're investing a lot of ults. Not finding its mark. Meanwhile, Supa's trying to get around that smoke. Once again, meets a sour demise. Nature and Ye left alone, a 2v4.
Yeah, but Ye's found the gap.
Oh, it was a gap.
Oh no.
And now it's been exposed. Nature deep fried. Ye a 1v4. They knew where he was from the beginning. The flashes, the smokes, the spam will connect.
Cloud9 switching up the aggression. Last round, it was in A main, this time B main, and the reactions off of the Dish pop.
Towards that side of the map too, Dre.
Mitch has a read on this, man.
30 seconds left.
That's gonna cause problems.
Wait.
Oxy's down, Icy's through, but it's all, oh, they're gonna rotate back. I thought it was gonna be a fake because B's open, but no, they're doubling down. And that might just be what breaks the camel's back. Icy gets 3. The site is theirs. 13 seconds left. They still have to commit to getting the spike down, but the way has been paved. You've even got Ye, who's going to be on this late lurk. Supa just barely finding the tiniest of windows.
One enemy remaining.
And there's that late flank. EG gets to 10. Might not be the right word for that.
Oh, this crunch. Nature is cooked, man.
Go, go, go.
Can't settle off of that breach stun. Now EG, they have to speed up, but the 2 trips here on B site. Let's see how much value they can get.
Yeah, gonna get pushed back. Icy again with another roll.
But Vic's scared to punish.
I mean, he's getting a ton of them, but not a lot of value at all.
Both those trips got value. Vic needs to be careful. Superman slipped the net. And it's a pivot toward 9. Superman, he's still gonna be a thorn.
Yeah, well, he's gonna try to be. A lot of pressure coming out from heaven. The flash is gonna cause serious problems with Derek and Ye. The Angel's over his shoulder. Mitch left alone in a 1v2 attack. Now betraying their intentions as they tap the spike. But no committal yet. That's a lot of pressure onto Nature. But it's Mitch who falls first.
How does Icy still find a kill amongst all of that utility? And look at how worried Zeppa is of the lurk, but everyone's here.
Yeah, it's a slight freeze to the round. Just enough to introduce out. Now the second set comes through.
Player standing.
It's going to be Ned on his own with the stinger in hand. A 1v3. Nature with the stun back up. Will connect. And the cage can only save you for so long. Evil geniuses get to map point.
Reach all used on Net. He's stuck here, man.
Traded in kind, but Nature was not tagged by it. Cloud9 are going to try to fill in on the space. Vic is the first to fall. Net feeling all the pressure as the wall's starting to close in. 10 seconds left. I don't know if the spike is in a position to even be grabbed, much less planted.
Last player standing.
Cloud9 in a 3v1. They survive.
This round was the definition of over. Do you face Ye here, though? He's been getting so much value on these lurks. You kind of have to send all the bodies here.
I mean, you have no idea that's what it is.
Oh!
From the other side, and Ye delivers again. A 2v5 in a post-plant situation, doesn't even have a smoke anymore. The judge tries to creep forward, but you're not going to find a net. You're not going to find a space. Facing 5. Vic crumbles. Evil geniuses. across the middle of the map as they're creeping up. They've passed right by each other. Yay, on the jet. Zeppa getting the best of them right off the bat.
Superman's getting sniffed out here as well. There's a turret that's holding that top tube walk up. And they see the spike right now. They're pinging it on the minimap. So although EG have all of A site, they don't have the spike. And Superman's going to get crunched.
There's a little help on the other side. Derek was starting to peek back.
Oh, man.
But arriving just a little late. Meanwhile, Icy, you mentioned him and the need for him to deliver.
Yeah, he just did. That pick is massive. It gives them a way back in because now you're allowed to scale back up into heaven and take fights from this different off angle. I say that as Vic is already holding it.
Oxy trying to keep them back, trying to secure the spike. Nature left alone. A 1v4 gets a little bit closer, a little bit more competitive. Trying to bridge the gap. But again, he doesn't even have the spike. I mean, now Sheriff in 29 HP.
This is impossible.
It's pretty damn close.
Almost dropping to a shock dart. Big pistol round win for Cloud. I feel like we've seen this before. He can do some damage with this weapon, but he's going to have to front 2 players here.
It's got to be perfect.
Woo. Spike down B.
What a flick from Oxy onto Nature there, huh?
And Superman falls as well.
See Lurk. A very early judge buy here as well. Put the side of net. Looks like it's going to be put to use here.
Yeah, it will. In more ways than one.
Hold on a second. If Cloud...
But the trap is lying in wait. Icy creeping forward from up in heaven.
Spotting
Spotting a scalp, dropping back. And now you've got a little bit of utility you can play around. Icy dropping both nanos. Alarm bot still in play. Creeping into the cove, or at least trying to. Mitch is going to try to stick it the whole way. He gets it to half. He should be able to get the defuse as well. Just on.
EG, if they can get some of these early picks here onto pipes, push back Icy, you don't really need to invest that lockdown. I think that's important.
Yeah, you want to hang on to that one as long as you can.
Good heads up buy from Ye as well, abusing the outlaw. But what a shot from Oxy. We've seen so many teams struggle with this weirdly timed peeks at A main from Jets. Oh my goodness, is he gonna do it?
He's gotten 2 steps of the way there.
Now you kind of have to invest the lockdown. Yeah, exactly.
Kind of wanting to hang on to that one for a rainy day. But it seems like the dark clouds are now.
He's going hunting for more. He doesn't care. What? Was that from Derek?
Committing to getting the plant down now, a 2v2. Not out of this yet. Icy picking up right where he left off on Fracture. Vic is left alone, a 1v2. Obstacle for the Sheriff. And now switching back. An upgrade of weapon. Still a lot he has to land on, then the trade is perfect. With the Sheriff in the previous round.
A lot of B space being taken. Icy completely overwhelmed. So now it's obvious that everybody on the side of EG is towards this B side of the map, and with that kitchen turret being broken.
Oh, that flash is pretty, but he doesn't check! He doesn't check! Vic cleans him up assassination style.
Spike entered.
You're gonna have this late lurk coming in through kitchen as Superman gets caught trying to escape. And now the Hunter's Fury. Second shot goes wide left. Vic somehow managing to dodge around all of that. Nature snappy with it. Magnetic onto Zeppa. A 2v2 as the spike has been in play. Mitch left alone. Nature starting to feel some of the pressure. Mitch has gotten it to even footing. Still has utility to play around. But the onus is on him. The Cove, and he's gonna go take the fight! Misses the window! 5 bullets left! And now it's just waiting for Derek to hit the swing. He's gotten it to half, he waits it out! Mitch should have the defuse!
To look at. Look at this aggression. Icy. Oh!
Got one.
He found the gap!
And he's looking for more. Takes a step back.
What? This match is getting silly, Doug. Jump kills, rope kills, the Sheriff, headshots.
Spike rotating towards B. Vic kind of by himself as Zeppa arrives. Kills traded though as Mitch fully pushes in through A. It's a 2v2 and EG have gotten the spike down, but they don't really have the weapons. They just
Enemy remaining.
have classics, and Nature gets caught scaling up.
Yeah, Harbor ultimate used to clear out all of close sight as well, but the dart was layered on top of that, so now makes it obvious where Derek is, but he has an opportunity here to do something silly with this classic.
First, the shock. The second one through. He's going to have to push this. Not again. Zeppa's waiting on the other side with the shorty. 3 kills.
Do the same.
There's a lot more behind this here.
Ooh.
He's got some help.
Spike down.
And again, they haven't cleared out garage. Oxy's got to understand there's a really good chance the shorty at the distance does not convert.
And now you have to compensate. If you're Cloud9, you have to do more of a lean towards to reposition. But yeah, this A side is completely free because of all that B control gathered by EG. Superman is getting punished in mid. He's been so aggressive on his lurk timings, and it's kind of been paying out for EG, but good heads-up awareness from Cloud9. Yay.
Oh, brother has 24 HP.
Yeah.
30 seconds
Besting
left.
net and still has a really good shot at winning this fight too. Finds cover, dashes across. Meanwhile, the ult invested from Zeppa, and I don't even think he got a shot off thanks to Icy. And so now Vic is gonna try to mad dash his way back into the site and try to convert a 1v3. But the utility is gonna be a problem.
You still have 2 shock darts in play, so a recon dart as well, and Icy. Him dropping too early there is a blunder.
Too suppressed.
AC out, net, grabbing the orb. A little bit closer to having that ult online.
Whoa! Disgusting shot onto net. I mean, just filthy.
That boy's shooting today.
Yeah, and now you can wait for this Viper wall to just run its course. You still have Superman completely controlling the flank. This should be clean for EG.
We've had a couple of those should-be cleans this series so far, and they seldom are.
Last player standing.
But it seems like we might finally get a clean one here.
Ye is not afraid either, though. Look at him. He's taking all this space with an outlaw. He's trying to take that head-to-head. Yeah. And if you're Vic here, you kind of feel like you might have to just stay in here and keep this up, but Ye's going to flank
30
mid-late.
seconds left.
I mean, Zeppa's going to be waiting for it, though. He looks like he might have a timing on it as well, both of them waiting. And it is Zeppa who walks away on top in the duel. Now the second pit dropped.
Spike planted.
Spit at the feet of Nature. He's going to have to flush out behind, but did manage to get the spike down.
The problem is the spike's not planted in the pit.
They're still going to be able to tuck around it, though. You see on your screen through the X-Way, all members there. Icy, fancy footwork as he steps out into one, but Derek from on high trying to clean up another. The defense holding strong for now. But there's still so much they have to solve. They still have to deal with this pit. And time is of the essence. Supa getting real close, but Mitch managing to navigate it, managing to get the defuse, and managing to get Cloud9 their 5th. First the dart, cleared out. Oxy still concealed.
He's alone here, though, and he doesn't have dash proc. He might get punished. What is that?
Insane shot out of Nature. And now they can accelerate behind it. Pops his ult, takes the site. Mitch is going to have his reckoning for the retake.
Spike
Gotta
planted.
flood with it. You gotta put a pace on this retake. The mid lurk was cleared for Cloud9.
Reckoning now dropped. Tether's lighting up the sky as Nature tries to fill in behind it. Not able to connect against Vic.
There's a gap in the wall, Doug.
Oh, and
What?
Ye makes the most of it. EG with the numbers advantage, and it's only getting better.
One enemy remaining.
Mitch is going to have to 1v4 his way through this.
Yeah, but 2 classics. I mean, Phantom is here. Mitch is gonna have to do some heroics.
But he's in like a one and done. There's no way for him to get out.
Oh,
Well, he's gotten his one.
Down A.
Net falls. Oxy joins in. And the Phantom is still up, still in play.
while that was all happening, Superman didn't take any space in mid or B.
Derek getting a little bit closer to even footing here. They're still doubling down into
30
this?
seconds left. Last player standing.
They haven't moved
Spike down A.
all around.
Supa's now left in a 1v3. Yes, the spit will help. He's gotten it down a little bit closer. Oh, target spotted, trying to connect! And
Surrounds because of Unk going the way of EG. Oxy's getting active here.
yes, he is. And he's finding success on the other
Spike
side of
down
it.
A.
Two pocketed. And now things slow down.
Yeah, I guess you can rely on Unk to trade you out as well.
Yeah, they've been relying on Unk for a lot. Meanwhile, Supa trying to make sure there's nobody on the flank.
They're too split up though. Derek's gonna get punished here, surely.
Last player
Yeah,
standing.
not a chance in the world.
Further than I thought he would.
He's giving a lot of respect to Superman right now. Maybe that's gonna work in his favor. Oh my gosh. Almost the timing there for Cloud9 that it's a B-side default.
Like EG, they don't set back for much, do they? Vic, snappy onto the first, Zeppa popping the ult, finding value on the other side of it.
Give me those back.
Meanwhile, Oxy's knives taking more lives. Supermen are forced into these isolated fights where they can try to convert, and Icy might find a window. Zeppa.
Last player standing.
It's actually Oxy who punishes Nature, a 1v3. Zeppa weak, Nature not many options, and Mitch will clean it up, a 7-5 half for the defense.
Yeah, all things considered with the way that EG were maneuvering around the map, kind of punishing some of that mid. You had a lot of the fights that he wants. And as well on this attacking side with the Harbor, how is Ye gonna get online? But he
Spike
finds a
down
gap.
A.
He always be a B hit, but look at who's here. Ye's playing all the way back. A gap in the wall!
Oops.
And another kill found.
How does he keep finding these openings, man?
30
The
seconds
utility
left.
just not quite on the mark for Cloud9.
Well, you know how the saying goes, you give him a pixel, he takes a life.
Yep.
No target block.
Oxy trying to find some of that same success.
One enemy remaining.
Yay with 3 on the round. You talked about needing to get that op online. He's certainly set up for it. EG, take the pistol.
Flawlessly at that. I mean, first of all, Ye, the aggression onto A Heaven, finding the pick through that cascade and the B split, but an alarm bot is met here. Icy with the Sheriff.
Killed my bot.
Already feeling some of Cloud9's attempt. We were just calling out how Net was struggling. He gets his one, but
Still gonna be so difficult. Look at EG just waiting for this Harbor wall to drop and taking all the space on the extremity.
One enemy remaining.
and as it goes down, the kills go up. Supa with 3.
Oh.
Zeppa's gonna get his one, but you imagine the defuse will be stuck. The kill will come through, and we've got a tie ball game.
Flash setup play here for Superman. But how many can he actually get?
Cool. He's already gotten up top.
Oh.
There's the flash, but he was ahead of it. It's fumbled. Oxy gets his 2. And now Cloud9 in a position to put this round away. He gets another onto Icy. B side is theirs. The spike is planted. Firm control.
Just go for damage right now if you're EG. See if anybody will give you a pick on the actual exits. Derek. And Ye. Bulldog and an outlaw. What is that
Player
shot,
standing.
man?
Goes from a distance too. I think the big thing we got to consider for this next round is how quickly Mitch got his ult online. That Reckoning will be a problem.
Especially against the operator buy that Ye's gonna get in this following round. For this though, you have to invest the Reckoning. You have to wait for it to actually start slamming people.
Oh, he saw a hand. He connects onto Zeppa. And then he gets out. Mitch is going to be there on the trade, now trying to commit to getting the spike down. The shock will delay for just a moment. Second time's the charm.
Spike planted.
The thing is, how do you get Ye in a position to find more value with the op? Doesn't really have a rifle to pray around. Derek and Supa will have to find a way. The Cope to delay a little bit longer as Ye pops blades, tries to get up, tries to get aggressive. Finds Vic, 3 for him. Just waiting for Mitch to fall. Nice bit of HP, but how do you convert this? A 1v3. The high, high, low. Ye gets the defuse, we're tied.
A side of the map. Oxy's gonna have to come up huge with these knives.
He's gonna try to find some high ground. How did IC continues to, be that guy for EG.
He just got a spam kill on the Gen player, and now that's Viper smokes. Viper Snakebite just gone.
Cove now cleared. Flash on the other side of it. One of them's lit up. Both members found. Both names claimed.
One enemy remaining.
It's gonna be Ye left alone. Oxy from on top. It's a battle of the Jets. Oxy on the swing. Ye had no idea. He gets his 3.
That we've seen Nature throw so many times before. Gives information on 2 members, Sova and Jet.
Grounded.
But Ye takes out Oxy with a Marshall. Damage when the spike gets planted. It's going to be a brawl, though. It's going to be a fight once this Viper wall drops. They're looking for kills.
And there's that swing on the other side of it. Nature connecting onto Mitch. Can Ye find anything else? Damage dealt. Icy with 2. It's another mess for Cloud9. Net has to 1v5 his way through this, and he's done a lot of the work. It's just Sheriff's on the other side. But again, have those big ults to play around.
And if the time keeps ticking, the Hunter's Fury will be used first.
One suppressed. Flashbang.
They're just waiting for the flood on the other side of it, and there it is, the Hunter's Fury Oxy, the first to fall. Vandal sitting on the ground, but it's the ults that may be a problem. Superman's gonna get it 3/4 of the way. He sticks it all the way down. EG take the lead.
They take the lead, and they take a Fury of their own. Lockdown from Icy. Ye is getting active in mid with this operator. Tag of the drone secures the pick. No Viper smokes in play.
Derek's using it really late, but he's still got a tag on Oxy. Tries to track through the walls, cannot. Meanwhile, the Reckoning. Part of the conversation now with 4v4. Zeppa's up on top, gets his 2. Derek trying to convert alone, swings into another, and Zeppa, you're gonna try to flush him out, but he stays. A war of attrition, and they're just gonna rotate back. He's never even gonna get a shot. They've taken so much space B. Icy taking so much damage. They're trying to push his way forward, and Oxy flushes him out.
Left.
On the other side of the Viper wall, they try to creep forward. A gap in the wall. Harbor's now up 2, and Nature's ahead of it. Molly to try to delay. Derek now waiting for the right time to face, and Vic was waiting.
Spike planted.
Cloud9 get another. Ye and Super are on the outside looking in. I think they have to save here.
One dead. My ult's ready.
Surely you don't try to convert a 2v5 with an op, right?
No. You have to save right now. That was such a fine
No
line
charges
that
left.
Cloud9 were leaning on to win this round.
Enemy remaining.
I don't know why Superman's hunting in that moment. Now everyone on Cloud9 is going to hunt down this operator. Look at the mini-map right now. Look at Mitch.
All starting to close in on his position, while he's desperately trying to white knuckle his way into saving that op. But it's pried out of his hand. Make that both sets of utility. Nature's got a stinger. He's the only one here with a gun. He's also, the only one here. A little bit of damage dealt. But it all falls onto Ye, and it's going to be a fast double flank through spawn. And Zeppa's waiting for it. Sufa, knife out. I don't know if you're expecting the other one, though. The blade's on the other side. Zeppa's there. A blade between his eyes. And now a 3v3. Remember, no gun upgraded. Derek and Icy both have Sheriffs. And that's one down. All eyes on Ye. He's got to deliver. Icy getting a little bit closer. And now the blade's out. Can Ye do it again? A 1v2 with ult in hand. Spots the barrel. Waiting for the other, but the blades draw a silhouette around Mitch. Info found.
I suggest you
And now the Reckoning will become a problem. They're dumping everything they can into that site. Meanwhile, Ye gets his 1 and gets out.
He's up in aggressive spot as well.
Almost connects onto a second shot. A narrow miss. But there are layers to this. Nature's on the other side. The double face is too much. This awkward pump fake. The spike is still out of reach. Mitch and Zeppa, I don't know how they convert this 2v5. I don't think they will. A flawless round as EG stay alive.
Maybe off to some sound.
The op is here.
Here.
Head spotted.
What is that entry from Oxy?
Oxy, yeah, you're right. Oxy strikes first. The blade from on high! Oxy decapitating Ye, snapping his head back. And now Cloud9 in a 3v5.
What?
Ye Making things competitive, keeping things close. They're clawing their way back into this. Remember, OT on the cards. If they can convert, and they're getting a little bit closer. Vic and Seppa looking to salvage a mess. The opening was there, and EG instantly slammed the door shut on it.
Last player standing.
You have got to be kidding me, EG. How did you bring this one back? How clutch can Derek and Superman be?
Do or die. And no shot yet. And now they know where the operator is. You see the ping on the minimap. Do you dare challenge? Oh, it's a mess. Excuse me, Icy getting to Spike now planted. EG in a comfortable position. That dink is gonna hurt. Traded right back though. 10 HP for Mitch.
Die.
What can Oxy and Zeppa do here? They're gonna have to retake, and Oxy has an op. Can he find success with this weapon? Position given away.
Standing.
The dart exposes him. Oxy in a 1v3. No shot. Oxy pacey towards A, as is the rest of Cloud9. There's no fake. There's no late lurk. It's just fight. And Nature's the first to fall. Everyone lit up. But no punish on the other side of it. Yay. Playing the tightest of angles, and Net's there to snap. Can Derek convert on this? He finds this one, but it's not going to be enough. Now, Yay. Next up to the plate. He's finding his one, but can't connect on anything else. Supo, 1v3. Cloud9 looking to push this into double OT, and they will succeed. They're not to mention Oxy has the glass cannon op again. And it's A, where EGR.
GR contacting in as well. He finds a sliver. He finds a way to put... Drone can't clear out Vic.
He's still playing back there. Is there a spit? There it is. Manages to stay alive just long enough to get the spike down. But it's a 3v5. This would be a disaster if Cloud9 were not able to pull this through. Yay getting his first. Now a 4v3, but again, control still on the side of the defense. They're gonna need more than that. Icy gets 2! Vic on the tap, Super creeping closer, and he snaps onto him. It's gonna have to be Icy. Spike has been taken for a little while here. Can the rookie deliver again? Vic's gonna stick it, stops at half, on the swing! Do they bite? Harbor wall up.
Another gap in it, all map long, and Mitch gets punished.
Nature's rotating over, and now the alarm bot is going to confirm that it is a fake. It's going to be a mad dash towards A. Cloud9 fighting for tournament life, down in numbers, without their caller. Icy holding the line. Derek's there too. The glass sipper seems to be